Investigator. I'm underground. It's hard to determine my exact location. Novik, do you copy? Base, come in. I'm sending an SOS. Anyone, please. Okay. Stay calm. Just keep it together. Deposit of water. Probably unsafe for consumption. I'd rather not risk it. Shit! Let's hope it's not fossil. Slippery terrain. Poor visibility. Considering all factors, situation hopeless. At least I got flares. Oh, come on. Gotta be kidding me. My considered opinion. Fucked.
Yes, Here.
Who's that? I can't see. Crowther. Is that you? But how? You were supposed to... Doctor? Why won't you answer me?
It's good to see you again, Yasna. Unfortunately, there is no time for pleasantries. We need to get out of here, now.
Hey, not so fast. I have some questions.
Later, Yasna. Now, look to your left. It should be easier from there.
Good one. I'm not going anywhere until you explain how you found me.
Then I guess you will die, because I refuse to waste time on explanations. Your choice, Yasna.
something. I can't stand this dreadful silence.
Silence is harmless. You shouldn't be afraid of it. Unlike other things.
What should I be afraid of?
Dehydration, hypoxia, methane poisoning. The list is quite long. Oh, what were you thinking, really? I warned you against opening your helmets, let alone giving all your oxygen to a dead man. A complete failure of reason in the act of futile heroism.
Gorski isn't dead. That's why I left him my damn tank.
It might as well be. Do you really think giving him oxygen was enough? Something attacked you up there. Odds are, it got Gorski as well.
We'll check and come back for him. Novik should be monitoring his parameters after all.
Yeah, about that. You shouldn't trust everything the old man says. He only tells us what he sees fit.
Huh? What do you mean?
Doesn't matter now. Let's focus on getting out of this maze. Is your equipment operational? Nothing damaged?
I think so. Flares are wet, though.
What equipment do you have on you? Procedural minimum or more?
The telemeter, tracer, a metal detector. Other than the latter, I'd say the bare minimum.
I wonder why they don't give us proper torches.
Tell me about it. Slow down. I need to rest.
Rest is for the dead.
I've had enough. Just enough. Forward, Yasna. Faster, Yasna. We're racing against time, Yasna. We're constantly fighting for life, Yasna. Enough of this nonsense. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight.
All right, Yasna. Have it your way.
What? A moment ago you were forcing me to struggle on. But now you'll let me die. Just like that.
Not just like that. You did everything you could. But even that wasn't enough. You have the right to finally give up.
No, not over. I haven't given up yet.
Can you walk?
Yeah, probably. I just need to catch my breath.
On second thought, I imagine there are worse places to die. It's rather peaceful, actually. Just close your eyes and let yourself go. Fall asleep.
Okay. I'm getting up. Turns out I prefer to live than let you talk me to death. I can do it. I won't give up.
That's the right attitude.
Thank goodness.
There you are. All my talking turned out to be quite helpful, huh?
Don't push it, Krauter. Do you see this?
Well, if you're talking about the coal deposits and the bones of prehistoric reptiles, then yes, they're further up as well.
Finally, we have proof. There was life on the land. After all, millions of years ago.
Is it really such good news? Because now, not even bacteria or viruses.
I'm starting to suspect that someone or something prevents organisms from moving ashore. Perhaps stop them from leaving the water.
If so, I think it stops them to this day. In other words, it's still here. And it nips all manifestations of life in the bud.
Why then have I not met it yet?
Oh, but I think you have.
You know a lot, Crowder. About what happened to me and about these fossils.
The old man told me.
About life on Regis.
About you. He's clueless regarding Regis. Only cares about how he can gain an advantage in this sector of the galaxy.
Even more skeletons. Annoyingly now, there are no comms. Nobody will know of this discovery if we get stuck here.
Relax. The old man will send another expedition. And they will find those bones. Along with ours.
Thanks. For a moment there, I forgot how screwed I was. Good that you reminded me.
Maybe your situation would be better if you didn't stop to admire the fossils.
Now you sound like Novik.
Touche.
How is it you're always a few steps ahead of me?
Simple. I outpace you because I'm moving my legs, not my mouth. Come. It's time to be among other people again. They are there, somewhere. I promise.
Where did you go?
I can't go with you anymore.
Crowder?
Forgive me for my rudeness. I had to be a prick to pull you out of there. Unfortunately, now my body is mere coal, water, and nitrogen. An empty husk. I'd like to believe this is not our farewell, but if so, I should tell you, it was an honor to serve with you.
Still, oh, yes. I'm getting your SOS. Receiving your vitals. Do you hear me?
Astrogator, I'm here. Over.
Finally. Yes, sir. You're coming with that. It's really good to hear your voice again, Doctor.
Sir, I saw Crowder.
Yes, sir. Are you saying what?
I don't quite understand myself.
All right. Let's leave that for now. Are you injured in any way?
No. As usual, I came out of trouble unscathed.
Sound good. Are you there? Do you copy?
It's a monster. I see a fucking monster. Seems I've gone crazy after all.
Don't panic, Yasna. Just describe the object to me.
A metal shell. Legs, kind of like a crab. Shoots a beam of energy capable of melting metal.
You got enough. It's a machine. You should retreat immediately. There's a chance it won't detect you.
It sounds like you know what it is, sir.
Well, I have my suspicions. One of the flagship machines of the Alliance would match the description. Walking antimatter cannon. Antimatter.
You're fucking kidding me, sir.
Fortunately, I'm not. Any progress? Do you still have a visual on the object?
I think it's moving away from me.
Excellent. Don't stop yet, though. The greater the distance between you and this machine, the better.
I wonder what it's looking for. And why is it shooting at these structures?
In my opinion, we're dealing with a defective model. If the Alliance had been searching the area, they wouldn't have sent a lone antiman to do it. It's not a machine you let loose.
And yet it's as loose as it can be. I can see a passage, but it doesn't look very inviting. I'm okay. No, I don't know why.
Are you able to go on?
I think so. Yes, please. Wait a minute. I guess it's busted for good. I found a box. Also a switch.
Probably from the registry. Can you get the record?
Let's see. You guessed right, sir. The Alliance is indeed already on the planet. They even managed to set up a field base.
How could headquarters have got it so wrong? According to intelligence, the Invincible was not due to arrive for another 14 days.
I guess we should ask them back home. And that's me. Wow. It really did almost flatter me. Probe. It distracted the antimats.
You say that as if it did it on purpose.
How else to explain it?
Coincidence?
I don't believe in such coincidences, Astrogator. much left of it.
The probe was broadcasting a while ago, so maybe we can save its core.
You could say that since I found the probe, I haven't been alone.
I'm sorry, Yasna. Maybe it can still be rebuilt. Anyway, you're not entirely alone.
I feel like I've lost another companion. My last one.
You still have me.
Not down here. Okay. It cooled down.
Are you talking about the probe core?
Well, they say in order to win over a person, you have to steal their heart. But the key is to get their brain.
You know that's just a metaphor.
Anatomically incorrect and highly overused, yes. Okay. Time to get out of here.
Not good. You simply don't get a break.
What is it this time?
Stormfront is approaching your location.
Now of all times.
I know, Doctor. But please muster up a little more strength. Let's not forget that the Alliance is in the vicinity.
Wait a minute. Do you have any specific expectations of me? Since I'm nearby their troops.
It's hard to call them specific. We need to learn more.
You're missing the most important thing, sir. We still have to save Gorski. I don't know what your silence means.
I was going to tell you later. I'm really sorry.
What?
These readings...
No. No, don't finish. That's impossible.
You did absolutely everything you could. Unfortunately, sometimes even that's not enough.
I did nothing. Just nothing.
By the way, how are you feeling?
And how am I supposed to feel?
I mean the lack of your oxygen tank.
So you know.
Gorski's oxygen jump didn't come out of nowhere, and your saturation is dropping. So, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Considering all factors. Crowther's warnings were clearly exaggerated.
Are you sure? You sounded...
Crazy.
I was going to say confused.
It's easy to lose your mind here. But physically, I'm fine. Don't worry. Oh, damn it. The storm's getting worse. Approaching the vehicle.
Any damage?
Hard to tell. It looks like it's been stuck here for a while. The light inside works. There isn't a living soul here.
Are you sure? Please take a look around.
It's clear. No one's coming out of here. I'm all alone.
Does that disappointment have you? Anyway,
In the current situation, I'd really like to see another person. Even a hostile one.
that might not end well for you.
And what does?
What are you waiting for? Leave this cursed place. Are you driving?
I'm going. Please talk to me. Maybe that will calm me down. Oh, shit! It hit the bonnet!
Don't worry. Even if it hits the rover directly, you'll come out unscathed. Hey, the vehicle is kind of a Faraday cage. The energy will flow through the body, discharge into the ground.
Look, I know I asked you to talk to me, but I don't need a lecture in physics right now.
Then what?
Some peace and quiet would actually be better.
Understood. Now, be quiet from now on.
It. I'm having trouble finding the right way.
You've got to head southwest.
How am I supposed to know where southwest is? I don't have a compass, remember?
The city attracts lightning, so the fewer flashes on the horizon, the better.
How far am I from the city's border?
Considering how fast you're moving, if you're heading straight to the destination, as long as no structures collapse.
You don't know, do you?
It's not that simple. There are too many unknown variables. Status? How are you doing, Yasna?
I'm still alive. The signal's just weak.
Unfortunately, yes. But it's hardly surprising.
Into a cave. The storm has subsided. I found a place to hide.
A Faraday cage?
That's not it. I left the structures behind. It's an ordinary rock formation.
Even better. You have to catch your breath eventually. Can I ask for one thing? Could you find the model number of the rover?
What for?
I've got an idea, but it depends on the model.
Emmett 2001. Could that be it?
Let me see. Bingo. Emmets are equipped with a black box. Please find it.
I have the box, but it's all locked up.
Really? They must have changed the equipment because I have no information about a key.
Where did you even get a catalogue of their gear from, sir? Anyway, it doesn't matter. What should I do?
1 second. I need to think. Don't know if this can help. But the Alliance labels black boxes as data loggers. Eureka. Cable access. Look for something resembling a socket, a plug.
I think I have something like that.
Then you can connect to the probe's brain there. And presto.
Won't work. These inputs are not compatible with Commonwealth plugs.
From the outside, our equipment is different, but inside we have the same guts, so to speak. The cable on the back of the box should already fit.
Same guts, hey? Just like with humans. Okay, it's in.
Just a moment. Well done, Doctor. I'm receiving a signal.
So, what now?
You can finally rest. It'll take me a while to dig through all the records.
The rover was connected to a base.
The one from the slides?
Most probably. No one is transmitting from the base. On the other channels, all I hear is static.
The storm must be causing interference. I'd suggest you lie down. The storm's raging.
I'm going to sleep now. It may not be that simple. I'm too tired to sleep.
Yeah, I know that paradox all too well. Can I help you somehow?
If we talk, maybe I'll finally fall asleep.
Naturally. Have anything specific in mind?
Yes, actually. I wasn't able to report it earlier, but I found fossils underground.
Fossils?
Based on my brief observations, they belong to lizard-like creatures.
Really? Amazing something lived on this sterile rock. Please forgive the question, but are you sure?
Well, I didn't imagine them, did I? I don't know. It felt real.
Why don't I try to find some confirmation in the Alliance data? For now, let's talk about something else, instead of getting ahead of ourselves. A more light-hearted subject, perhaps.
I wonder why I even applied for this job. It's probably because when I was 3 years old, my father and I stepped out into the garden to gaze at the stars, and I cried. Stupid, right?
Were you afraid of the dark?
Sort of. It felt like I was falling upwards, being pulled in by the starry sky. The cosmos turned out to be so infinitely vast, and I was so infinitely small. And I didn't understand any of it. Why am I here? Why is everything here? What is it for? I couldn't find an answer. So I cried.
Wait, you became an astronaut because the cosmos terrifies you?
No. Because someday I want to understand. Or at least find as many answers as possible. And finally stop being afraid.
You won't come close to knowing everything. Trust me.
I'm not fooling myself. Someday maybe I'll just know enough. I'm reminded of one of the solutions to the Fermi paradox. We can't find evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations, not because they don't exist, but because our comprehension is limited to the human perspective. We instinctively imagine aliens as little green men, repainted Homo sapiens. Meanwhile, they may not possess any of the characteristics we attribute to them. According to the solaristic hypothesis, we will not recognize the creations of an alien civilization, even if they're right in front of us.
Are you suggesting this is what we're dealing with on Regis 3?
I don't know. Maybe that's why I won't know.
Feel helplessness speaking through you. I'm not saying this reproachfully. I know the feeling all too well. Times I also feel utterly powerless, even as a commander, or perhaps especially as a commander. I remember a mission.
Maybe the Alliance knows more, since we know nothing. Either way, the bar is set low.
Yeah, Doctor, I'm aware that the Commonwealth has its shortcomings. Budget constraints, unclear directives, excessive bureaucracy. However, I've faced the forces of the Alliance many times in my long and bumpy career. And objectively, I can't say that they are any better. Once they abandoned one of their military vehicles because it simply got stuck in the mud. Another time, one of our guys was on a tractor and... Not good. Don't get a break.
What is it this time?
Storm front is approaching the location.
Oh, wait. Astrogator, can you explain to me what I'm hearing right now?
This is a recording from the rover. The Alliance has apparently broken the encryption of our radio channel.
Oh, bollocks. So what do we do?
We need to change the frequency and encryption key.
What's the point? As soon as you give me a new channel, they will overhear us and change it as well.
Just look at the probe's brain.
Luna? What's with...
All you have to do is watch it closely. I'm switching now. Waiting for you to join.
Oh, I see. The new frequency is... Okay, the channel is active. Now the encryption key. The first 3 digits of the cipher are... The next is...
Yasna?
I'm here.
Well done. That should buy us some time.
So, how should we continue?
Don't you need more time to rest?
I do. But there's no way I'm going to sleep now. Besides, nothing's stopping me anymore. The storm has subsided.
All right. Let's not risk evacuating directly from the city. Should be safer outside its perimeter. I took the liberty of looking through the photos of the nearby area. Everything north and east of your location looks relatively safe. All you have to do is move away from this cluster of metal.
So, should I go back to the ship?
That's an odd question. Of course you should come back. Now even more than ever. Very concerned for your safety, Doctor.
No need to be. I'm fine. Astrogator, I think I've gone far enough. There is a vast open area in front of me. Astrogator, the city is no longer visible. We need to decide what to do next. Dragonfly, over. Are you there?
Yes, please excuse me. I was in the infirmary. Is the coast clear?
Yep, all clear.
Good. Give me a moment. I'm looking at the satellite images.
Have you checked on Koval, by any chance?
Yes, among other things.
And? How is he?
He's stable.
But?
There are no buts, Doctor. You'll see him soon. All right, I've got it. Sector AZ-25... Let's say AZ-2504. Please check if it's fit to land.
Like I said, it looks good. Clear opening, flat terrain.
Excellent. Please go there while I prepare the lander. I'll just pack Artie inside.
So that's it. You're taking me to the Dragonfly. We're flying away from here for good.
We have no other choice, Doctor. At this stage of the mission, we can only minimize losses. You understand that, don't you? Yes, sir?
Are you sure that's all we can do? Couldn't we?
Don't you even think about it.
About what? You didn't let me finish, sir.
But I know what might be on your mind. Going back for Gorski's body, contacting the Alliance, or continuing research on your own. These are not possibilities. They're certain death. Please remember, we have just one lander left. As a commander, I must first ensure your safe return. Only then I'll send Artie with other tasks. What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean, sir. I'm not coming back.
Listen, this is sheer madness. You're heading straight to the enemy base.
This is the only way I can find out what's going on here. What happened to our people? I have several hours of travel ahead of me.
You can still turn back.
No. And if you try to convince me otherwise, I'll just turn the radio off.
Fine. I'll stop insisting. Please just understand the position you've put me in. As a commander, now I have to decide whether to risk detection by the Alliance. Because by putting yourself in their hands, you're risking not only your own life...
I totally understand. Can't you wait a few more hours? I still need your support, sir.
I still want to be here to help you, please don't turn off your radio. I'm not going anywhere. They're approaching their coordinates. Yasna,
Yes?
I understand that no matter what I say, it won't change your mind. But please be careful. First, observe them from a distance. And only then take action.
I will be cautious. Like always. Just because I'm acting against your orders doesn't mean I intend to be foolish, sir.
It's comforting in its own way that even in an act of insubordination, you want to remain professional. I'll let you know when you cross their perimeter. Once you've crossed, hide the rover. Behind a bend, or under a ledge. Telemetry observation will be vital. Once we know the camp's weaponry situation, we'll decide what to do next.
Copy that. Hey! What was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
The base is in front of me.
Yes, sir, I'm not kidding. If you don't stop, I'll do it for you.
For me? I wonder how... But have it your way, sir.
Remotely, yes, sir. Remotely. I understand the urgency, but we must maintain at least some semblance of reason.
It's a field base. Multi-module. For about several dozen people. Rather well equipped. There's lots of transporters here.
I'm not surprised. Missions with a large crew, transport modules are an integral part of the field camp.
Remind me, how many crew members were they supposed to send on the Invincible?
Over 100.
Great. They have a second antimat. As if the first one wasn't enough.
Is it active?
Probably not, but Proton alone knows.
What about people? Can you see anyone?
Not yet. Maybe they're hiding in modules.
Most of them for sure, but I'd be surprised if they...
I see someone.
Just one?
For now, yes. Some object is flying over their base.
Can you tell me more?
It's 15, 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette, and it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have?
RB1. What does it mean?
It's an ID number. Denotes an advanced scout balloon. How far from you is it?
Around 400.
Not as far as I would like it to be. Might have you within camera range. Is that all?
I think so.
Then please keep going. We can assume that their equipment has already detected your presence. Or it will soon enough. There's no point in further postponing the inevitable.
Still, I'm glad that I stopped. I feel better knowing that there's no heavily armed military waiting for me there.
Me too, Doctor. Me too. We'll most likely lose contact soon. So let me be clear. Your situation is highly precarious. You cannot trust the Alliance or expect them to be willing to help. If things don't go our way, I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission. Of course, it would be better if that didn't happen. But I know their methods of interrogation, and in all fairness, they're very effective.
Hang on, sir. What exchange? I'm not a spy, I'm a scientist.
I'm afraid that doesn't change anything. You want information about Regis 3. For that reason alone, they might consider you a spy.
But what kind of spy exposes themselves to direct questions?
A desperate one, Doctor.
Access to the base is protected by a force field.
If these are Dirac emitters, and I'm sure they are, nothing will get through. Is there an opening from the other side?
I'll see. Since we have no idea what's gonna happen, I want you to know that you were always a fair commander, even if you were quite strict. I guess what I'm trying to say is...
Please, stop, Doctor. You can tell me when you get back. In person. Understood?
Yes, sir. There's no one here. Nobody.
Impossible. Even if there aren't many of them in the camp, someone would have noticed you.
I'm not blind, sir. There's really no one here.
Don't get out yet. Could be some kind of trick.
Not a living soul.
Better for your safety if they make the first move. If you really don't see anyone. All right, then. Enter the base. Just slowly, with your hands up.
Not the best place to stop. I'm going. What have I got to lose anyway?
Your life, Doctor.
The silhouette I saw.
Yes?
It's just a robot. I'm going in. Clear. Now? I can't hear anyone either. Moving on. It's still quiet. It's eerie. Empty. Everywhere, just empty.
It's baffling. Who handles an entire base?
I'm entering the next module. I guess it's a biolab. I'm at the central module. In the headquarters.
You walked in, just like that.
Yeah? The doors were open.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
I'm at the control station. Several units can be controlled from here. I wonder which... Ah, damn. One's unavailable.
Probably out of reach, or they took it.
I got the feed. But I can't get it to move. It's got a weak signal. Must be too far away. One is a flying unit. Some sort of probe.
Flying over the base.
Correct.
Can you extract data from it?
Sure. Never too much data. Especially in the current situation. I just need to find a place to land it. I landed the probe. Gonna check it in a spare moment. I have a record of their mission. Each step, location, units, including dates.
I'm all ears.
Day 0, landing place. Their main ship's in sector AQ-28.
The Invincible? What? They didn't move it?
Seems so.
I'll try to track it down. Please tell me what else is in there.
Like us, they became interested in the ocean. They got there on the 7th day.
Quite late.
Guess they weren't in a hurry. Before setting up this base, they were stationed not far from here, but seemed very determined to reach this area. They dug a vast system of tunnels.
When did they finally get here?
On the 15th day of the mission. They conducted research and during excavations found, you won't guess, metal structures.
So we had no chance to outrun them.
Yeah. And they were already at an advanced stage of works when we were still in orbit. In the end, they sent a convoy to a neighboring sector.
So that was their last move?
Well, there's no information about their return. Maybe I'll find them there.
Highly probable. Do you know what the current day of their mission is?
They left on the 25th day. That's all I know. Well, I can't back out now. I have to follow them.
Well, it's your decision. Although I admit I'm also starting to wonder what you'll find.
People, Astrogator. They must be somewhere.
I'm sending a satellite. Soon I'll have an image of the area where the ship landed. We'll see if the Invincible's still there.
I'll continue to search their base. On the 24th day, they sent a convoy north to the sector. Oh, to the sector where I found Gorski.
You suspect they went after him, having detected his signal?
Oh, surely they could detect him. They could have detected all of us. But would they really do something about it?
Well, for some reason they left their base. I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Astrogator, this doesn't make any sense. You can't just wrap up the whole operation. Anyway, the first thing they would take were vehicles and equipment. Only the people are missing here. They've got a device for intercepting alarm signals. There isn't much of it. Single record. The guy survived. Someone saved him. Interesting. Coordinates changed upwards, which indicates he was evacuated by air. The alarm signal broke off high above the ground. 1, 8, 5, 6, 1.
754. Yes, it's Gorski.
You said he died during the night.
Correct. I did. I couldn't let you go back to those ruins.
Did you send the lander? When?
While you were still on your way to the base, Artie carried him on board, secured him. Gorski's in the infirmary now. The prognosis is cautious, but his condition has stabilized.
I can't believe you lied to me. More than anything, I'm glad he's alive. I would have gone back for him, you know.
I do, which was the very reason why I couldn't tell you. I wanted to send a lander for him once you were safe. You wouldn't have listened to me otherwise, just like you didn't listen before. Giving away your tank, going to the Alliance base.
I admit, you had your reasons to believe I'd disobey you. Doesn't mean I like it one bit. The scientists excavated some animal remains and reconstructed their hypothetical appearance. I found similar remains underground, right after finding Gorski. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination or not. Now there's no doubt. So long ago, reptilian organisms roamed the surface of Regis 3. They had the opportunity to study organisms preserved in the ocean. Wow. They found the same species of fish.
Did they confirm the similarity to those on Earth?
Yes. Lots of similarities. It started rotting.
It?
The fish.
In a bacteria-free environment? How so?
All living organisms serve as breeding grounds for bacteria. And there were both fish and humans in here. Apart from one. I've never seen anything like this. They discovered a new organ. Even managed to run some tests already. According to their conclusions...
Yes?
It detects electromagnetic waves. That's why those fish were swimming away from our probe.
In other words, they've come across probes or something similar before. Something that threatened them.
Could guess her. In order to develop such an organ, they must have had a strong external stimulus. They detect the waves to survive. I could spend all day here if... Well, if I could.
I'm not surprised, Doctor.
No longer alive. Still... nothing. It looks like a geology lab. One of these diagrams shows a geological cross-section. As suspected, it's all metal below the surface, of relatively thin layers of rock. But compared to the rest of the continent, the deposits in this region are significantly younger. The range of their ground measurements covers a much wider area. To my eye, it seems they use advanced sonar. What they dug up here stretches for tens of kilometers.
What do you mean? What's in the ground, Doctor?
Metal deposits. Those structures, we still don't know where they came from. In such a peculiar form. They conducted a soil survey, 500 meters deep.
Oh, that's a big piece of history, so to speak. What did they find?
Millions of years ago, life was abundant on the planet.
That would match our assumptions.
Yeah. Subdelta 92 class planets have very favorable conditions for the development of a biosphere.
So what happened? Did they draw any conclusions?
According to them, the extinction of life was caused by a supernova explosion.
But ground activity does not indicate...
It happened long ago. Longer than we anticipated. They've dated this event to 10 million years ago.
I know this one. The supposed end of Lyran's civilization.
Well, that's never been proven. There was practically no trace of them.
All right. What happened after?
Life was slowly recovering, but never returned to the pre-supernova peak.
Not enough time?
No. At first, it developed quickly, but then slowed down and declined.
Because another disaster?
Astrogator, the change in the biosphere development curve coincides with the occurrence of ferruginous clays.
This whole metal contraption. Do I understand correctly?
Yes. I don't know what that has to do with it, though. Metals are really not that dangerous. The radioactive deposits marked here are not a definitive obstacle for life either. The biosphere has the ability to perfectly adapt, develop defense mechanisms, and fight back effectively.
Well, unless the planet is hit by a supernova wave.
Yes. Such sudden events leave no time for adaptation. Even if we assume that these metals were lethal to organic life, that extinction shouldn't last forever. And yet, life never again developed beyond the waters.
Does this mean another Dominator has appeared on the land? Or one that leaves no trace behind?
Therein lies the rub. The Alliance have conducted a great deal of research. That they haven't found a logical explanation for this phenomenon is, to put it mildly, disturbing. Clearly, we're dealing with something beyond our comprehension. And I mean human comprehension in general. Unbelievable. Not only do we know nothing about their origin, but the arrangement of these deposits is sort of puzzling. A ring system with a distinct center. This base stands on the outer ring. The center of it is in... under the city. Huh. The one I escaped from.
So their presence there had nothing to do with us?
Looks like it.
Did they determine the entity's function? Origin? Anything?
Well, it's hard to say. There's nothing here about it. Force field's down. I opened the passage. We can follow the convoy route now.
When you're ready, Doctor. One more minute, and our satellite will be over their ship. And we're lucky. Clouds above. Fortunately, their ship's not here. Neither there or...
Are you still looking?
Not here either. Ah, bingo.
Yes?
Found it. They're still on the planet. Didn't fly away.
Good to know. Thank you. First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough, it may store important information. It photographed the moment of my arrival. I'm on the slides.
We already know that. Is there something else?
No, the base is empty. The probe must have just started recording. Okay, finished. That wasn't much of it, really. I'm leaving the base. Going after the convoy. Down you go, oh bright sun. Time to let the night in. Before my legs are heavy and field is not inviting. Legs become too heavy, hands become too weary. Down you go, oh bright sun. The night is not that scary. Hide behind the dark woods while we're running barefoot. I found a flying saucer. It landed near the excavation site.
Don't risk trying to fly it, Yasna. Nothing guarantees it works.
I didn't even... Contrary to what you believe, sir, I don't have a death wish. I've got to the place where they were digging. It's hard to miss. They set up a huge machine at the center. It must weigh thousands of tons. The ship that brought all of this must be...
Gigantic, yes. The Invincible surpasses any of our units, even the largest orbital stations. In my opinion, it's a bit excessive.
Gives me the chills just knowing it's not far from here.
Well, maybe you won't have to see it at all.
There's also a couple of smaller cranes here. In comparison to the Colossus, they look like it's pups.
Yes, I got it. They have big machines. Bigger than ours.
Interesting. They found a sizable object deep underground. Stands out from the rest. It's not a part of the structures, but rather an independent, autonomous machine.
Also metal?
Yes.
So, a robot? Or something else that finally looks familiar?
Well, it looks a lot more like a robot than the other structures. The excavator has a massive work area. They had photos of the site in the database, taken before they started digging. It's unrecognizable. Inside, there's a structure. Yes, a metal one. Similar to the ones on the surface. But these are completely hidden underground. According to the schemes from the geological unit, metal can be found in every part of this area. Modules were placed nearby. The first one looks residential.
How far to that convoy?
Not far. Even if I make a few stops, it won't take long. The second one is a mobile laboratory. They excavated a lot of different objects, in terms of shape and size. I tried to arrange them somehow, to classify them.
Were they successful?
It looks promising. If they had spent a little more time, they would surely have come up with something.
And yet they gave up all efforts.
still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor. We're in this together.
Astrogator, I've already covered most of the convoy route. I'm entering a more enclosed area. A ravine, to be precise.
I see. Can I count on a tactical report?
Of course. A simple analysis of the situation won't hurt anyone.
That's for sure.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path, to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Yasna.
All right. I'll try to get there via the side path.
Status?
Nothing's changed, Astrogator.
Understood.
Radiation level is rising rapidly.
Yasna, be careful of radiation, of other people. Just watch yourself.
Considering the radioactive environment, I I assume the probability of finding people here is close to 0.
It might well indicate something quite the opposite. Human technology equals radiation, after all.
I found a way to the convoy. What might interest you, sir, is that it appears to be a mechanically drilled tunnel. Circular, precise.
I'm more curious about what's on the other end. Although curious might not be quite the right word. Yes, you all right?
Yes, I am. Oh, shit. They're close. At least one. There's not a soul. I don't see anyone. Oh no. Astrogator. They're dead.
So you found someone.
I didn't let that thought get to me. Didn't want to. Finding them was my priority. It could have been just another abandoned place, not this.
What exactly happened to them?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not even sure what they were doing here. Found the antimat. It looks damaged, but its log may still be intact.
Copy that. Proceed.
Okay. I'm getting into the antimat's recorder. What do we have here? They were preparing for departure. The convoy's heading somewhere. They're getting close to where I am now. I was there! It's the location with the giant cranes. Right before they lifted that strange artifact above ground level. They're here. Sending a probe. Oh, they're tunneling their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle.
Looks like they found whatever they were looking for. In that ominous tunnel. Of course.
Don't jump to conclusions, Dom.
Those containers ended up in one of the transporters. I wonder if it's still nearby. Shame. The transport's leaving. Something's going on. One man's trying to draw the attention of the others to... I have no idea what's beyond the frame. One of them is staring with concern at an instrument. Some sort of meter. The photo is such poor quality. You can clearly see the failures. Next slide. People rushing out of the tunnel. Running from... whatever's in there.
But are we still considering whether...
One of the antimats has fired straight into the tunnel.
And? What happened next?
There's nothing else. Only... darkness.
Can't you see what it was aiming for?
Total panic. Everyone one's trying to escape. The second antimat. That's what destroyed it. There's also a second antimat. It's shooting into the air.
Both were faulty.
People are frozen with fear. They don't know what to do. It's firing directly at the crew. Shooting them. One by one. It's horrifying what an antimatter beam does to the human body.
I'm sorry you have to see this, Yasna. Regis 3 doesn't spare.
Someone hid behind a rock.
How do you know?
This antimat has thermal imagery. Hiding from it made no difference. One man has raised his hands in surrender. If only a machine could take pity on him.
With a proper programming, it could recognize such gestures, but it could never feel compassion. No.
It killed him. The machine just killed him. Oh, fuck.
Yasna?
The last photo is from a few moments ago. I'm on it.
Bloody hell, so it's not dead after all. The machine that massacred the Alliance is still operational, and it could target you at any moment.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps it's best to hope. While moving away. If that's all...
What about that tunnel?
Right.
I'm not hearing you object, sir.
Go ahead, Yasna. I know you'll do it anyway.
I can hear a rhythmic, metallic sound coming from beyond the tunnel.
Something's still active. Take your time, Yasna.
I can't hear. I don't understand you, sir. The audio's breaking up.
It's not unexpected. You are in the feedback room.
I'll get back to you once I reach the end. It's in Arctan. Coming at me. Huh. I got out. Well, inside a cave.
Yasna, can you hear me? Over.
Copy that. I don't feel too... My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Breathe, Yasna. You need to rest.
No. I'm better now.
All right, then. Can you tell me what's in there?
Seems like this robot started a task and then got stuck in a loop.
What task?
Carrying boxes. It took one but never left.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles, using the same path. This place is full of metal bushes.
Same as the ones before.
Well, the lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So the Alliance came to pick the fruits.
I think their crew took some soil samples. There's this chipped rock, revealing what lies beneath the surface.
Which is more metal?
Yes, a metal interior. Roots are exposed as well. They're not embedded in any rock, but in a tissue-like alloy.
Metal bushes growing out of metal soil.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So all the bushes in this area, and there are plenty of them as I understand, appear to grow on the rock, but deep down their roots are embedded in metal. Perhaps you should take a closer look at them, Doctor. Can you please check them, Yasna?
Do you have anything specific in mind?
Doctor, if it's all metal...
Then I'll use a detector. Right. I'm checking. Give me a sec.
Perfect.
Everything matches. There's metal all around. And the bushes have a direct connection with the whole system.
Interesting. Sounds similar...
To the structures I saw following Gorski. Yes. Huh. Well, perhaps it's... looks like 2 generations. One, old, dead, a relic. Second, these bushes... grew in the remains of the former generation.
Hang on. Are you saying that this new generation is alive? And the old one used to be alive?
We can't rule it out.
And you say that as a biologist? I haven't heard you mention cells, membranes, organs, or green bodies. Which leads me to one conclusion. That thing is not alive, Doctor.
Well, we used to calling all life proteinaceous, especially ourselves. But that's on Earth. The universe doesn't give a damn about our classifications.
Yes, are you abandoning your profession? All you have learned, discovered, researched so far?
I'm just opening up to the unknown.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure the box is filled with research material. Those fruits.
Could you retrieve them somehow?
It won't be easy to snatch a crate from its steel grip. I'll come closer first. Shit! I can't handle it anymore. Disappeared.
You must have broken its loop.
I didn't.
No, you must have done something. Never mind. We'll try to locate it. But first of all, get out of there now.
I found the robot. It hasn't gone far.
Good. Please follow it.
Fuck, it's getting up.
The robot?
No, the antimat.
You need to act fast. Move, Yasna. Run!
No.
Yasna? Are you alive?
Yes. It destroyed the robot.
What's it doing now?
Oh no. No, thank you. Fine, Astrogate. You always have been.
What are you saying, Doctor?
You've always been a great support for the entire crew.
No. Don't die on me now. I'm begging you. Don't give up. You can't. You can't. I failed you. Sorry. So fucking sorry. It's all my fault. She hit me. All mine. It was my decision. I decided to accept this mission.
How did I survive? Wait. You said you had a choice.
Yes. You're alive.
If you could reject it, why didn't you?
After a series of successful missions, are you safe now?
Safe enough.
And the antimat?
He decided not to shoot me after all. Please continue, sir. I'm all ears.
You will agree that we were doing very well. Outstanding results.
That's how it ought to end. Well.
Yes, I fully agree, but then it seemed this could have been the crowning achievement of the entire expedition. Just imagine...
You could have at least asked us.
I did wrong. I know that now. I will never forgive myself for it. Neither do I expect you to.
Marit, she can no longer forgive you. Same goes for the others.
I'm fully aware. All of it weighs heavily on my mind. Believe me, Doctor. So, what do we do now? Will you finally let me send Hopper for you?
I can't just fly away. Now more than ever. I won't rest until I find out what happened to our people and what we can do to aid them. now, you can forget about the research material. The only thing left of the Arctan is its feet.
Considering all the factors, I would assume everyone in the convoy is dead. If there's anything more to learn, it's from the recording devices. The first anti-map told us a lot. The second one is destroyed. You spoke about the probe. Should be a valuable source of information. And the rovers. Are they on the convoy list?
Oh, it's cooled down. Actually, it's right in front of me. Why even bother with security measures when they just leave keys in locks anyway? So, let's hear it.
Hello, base. This is Antka.
Hello, Antka. Tesla here. I can hear you.
Reporting. 25th day of the mission, 7:15 a.m. We arrived.
I saw it on the slides.
We encountered a terrain obstacle, but it has been removed.
You can skip ahead if you would.
We've established permanent access to the extraction site, separated the material for research. Now we're securing the first transport. Dr. Boza and Osterhaus have already begun their preliminary research here on site.
Gotcha. I'm passing it on. Let us know if there are any updates.
Of course. Over and out.
There's more.
Base, come in. Dr. Boza wants to talk with you.
Tesla here. Over.
We have a sort of discovery.
Oh? I'm listening.
25th day.
Base, this is Boza.
Doctor.
These tiny crystals contain highly advanced technology. Individually, they are slender and helpless. However, when in a group, they seem to stimulate and support each other, revealing new properties. At first, they started to emit an electromagnetic field.
Okay, and then?
A handful of small crystals gathered together. When in a larger group, they activated and... this is our biggest revelation so far. They started floating in the air.
Did I hear that right?
The larger the group, the easier, more freely.
Yes. Apparently it's flying.
Like a swarm of mechanical flies.
Slow down, Doctor. You say crystals, or rather flies. Which one is it?
Call it whatever you want. These creatures have a precise threefold symmetry, resembling the letter Y, with three-pointed arms connecting in a central bulge. Black as coal in direct light, shimmering with shades of blue and olive in reflected light. As my colleague Osterhaus mentioned, they somewhat resemble the abdomens of certain terrestrial insects. Is Markovnik there?
Navigator's unavailable right now.
Well, please let him know we'll submit our reports as soon as he's available. Oh, and have him send us another transporter, will you?
Autonomous robots the size of flies.
It's not finished. Let's keep listening.
Hello, convoy. Antka, come in. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. We're finishing loading. Preparing to depart.
Don't!
Gets tense.
Leave the material behind and return to the base.
But why? What happened?
Scouts came back from this whole city.
Tesla? What's going on? Hello? Tesla, come in. Navigator speaking. Don't take anything. Just get out of there. Immediately. That's an order.
Last saved recording.
Amazing. Microbots grouping and flying together, similar to flies, capable of affecting other machines, even to the point that those affected become dangerous to humans.
The microbots, they must be dangerous as well. I don't know how, but not all people were killed by larger robots.
I think I figured it out, partially at least. The Alliance scientists were very clear that all of this had to do with an electromagnetic field, the field emitted by these flies. When people displayed disturbing symptoms, field measurements showed above average values. At first, I thought it was a sensoric malfunction. after all the machines were broken. It turns out that field damaged them. So all the malfunctions occurred afterward.
Why didn't I think of it sooner? Prolonged exposure to strong electromagnetic fields can be harmful to the human brain. Usually it concerns long-term effects, months and years of unfavorable conditions.
Please elaborate, Doctor. What sort of effects?
Various brain dysfunctions. It may even lead to the arrest of vital organs.
So that's how. Merit.
Most probably. Another known effect of the EM field is memory loss. The human organism continues to function normally, but the human being as such is helpless, vulnerable. Like a baby, they don't understand the world around them.
Can such a person learn the world anew?
It's unprecedented. All we can do now is believe that they will eventually snap out of it. And when they do, hope they won't be used as guinea pigs.
We both know this is going to be difficult.
Yes. And I don't even know if I'll survive this mission. Will I see them again? Will they develop properly? Even if it all works out, we will be strangers. They won't remember us. All that's left is hope. God damn it.
Perhaps researching those flies will help us to better aid our people. We're theorizing for now. Be worth examining. Confirm at least.
Got it, Astrogator. I'll search for those containers of flies. I've located one of the transporters, sir. Please don't celebrate yet, though. Something strange has happened to it.
Get to the point, please. What's wrong with it?
The outer shell is damaged. There are holes everywhere.
Like from bullets?
No. It looks like it's been corroded by strong acid. The door to the cargo bay has budged a little, but it won't open fully. It's too awkward to squeeze in. The whole vehicle is just stuffed with bushes.
But can you see past them?
Not quite yet. Now. I can see broken containers. No sign of the flies.
Just plenty of bushes.
You have some theory, sir?
Everything that comes to my mind seems absurd.
You go ahead, sir. As I see it, no idea is too absurd right now.
I haven't quite thought it through. Not yet. Maybe after I listen to your assessment.
Well, look, I think it might work like this. The bushes and flies have a symbiotic relationship. I even consider that the flies are part of the bushes. Just like the fruits. If the flies can fly, they behave more like insects. And the bushes like plants.
I see we're getting back to biological analogies. According to your profession, do I correctly conclude that you are confident that this can be a life form?
Given the age of the oldest forms and the evidence of continued activity, differentiation a particular drive towards miniaturization, improvement, and lethal effectiveness. I dare say that we are dealing with an evolution here. Far longer than that of human. Also very different. And dead.
Necroevolution. Mortuus evolutionis. I still don't understand where this change is coming from.
What if I said that the flies and bushes are the same thing, but in different forms? When they need to move, they develop moving parts, the flies. When they need to multiply, expand their volume, they settle on the metal substrate, form bushes, absorb raw material, and they are again ready to transform and relocate to a new source, and so on and so forth.
And I can tell you it's the most sophisticated form of being I've ever heard of, with all the skepticism that comes with it.